I really didn't want to make a video about most reliable French door countertop refrigerators. Recording it is easy. Responding to the deluge of angry comments is the time-consuming part. Then again, they, and possibly you, have a point. Because the number one most reliable brand over the last 12 months just settled a class action lawsuit over failed compressors in 2019. The number two brand has the worst reputation for service after the sale. In this video, you'll learn the most reliable French door countertop refrigerators. More importantly, you'll understand how the numbers are derived and be able to incorporate the information into an intelligent buying decision. We logged over 48,000 service calls last year and over 120 service calls in the last 3 years. Let's discuss how we calculate reliability. We now have 35 technicians averaging 8 to 10 calls a day, Monday through Friday, plus another 110 to 150 calls on Saturday. We calculate reliability based only on how many French door countertop refrigerators were sold compared to how many they were serviced by the brand for 1 year. So the average service rate is 15.5% for French door countertops versus about 9.5% for appliances in general. Now let's look at the 5 most reliable French door countertop refrigerators. It's interesting to see the profile in cafe refrigerators this reliable. They have the most functionality with dispensers, smart, and the most features. Cafe even has a Keurig coffee dispensers. More features tend to lead to more service. GE also has its own service company, so they're a good consideration if your retailer has no service department. Bosch was surprising at number 5 on this list. They've only been manufacturing their refrigerators for 3 years and have a surprising amount of features. Bosch is the only freestanding French door with 2 compressors. Most other brands have 2 evaporators and 1 compressor. The most popular do not have an ice dispenser, so many of these service issues do not apply. Samsung does have the best lineup of 3 and 4 door French door models. They've also become the target of many people's comments on the internet. However, Samsung's main issue is their lack of service. Buy Samsung, if it has an issue, it is your problem. We didn't sell a lot of Samsung this year due to availability issues, so their numbers are better than normal, or last year's number of about 20% service. Yes, LG is number 1 for reliable refrigerator. In 2019, they settled a class action lawsuit based on their new linear compressor not cooling. In theory, the linear compressor should be more reliable because of fewer working parts and strike points. Give them credit for improving the design and not starting over. They also have a decent lineup of interesting refrigerators to consider. You may have an annoying ice maker problem within 5 years statistically. However, the refrigerator itself will work, and in the process will save you a lot of money and energy costs. That's the good news. So the top 5 are LG, Samsung, Bosch, Profile, Cafe. With a service rate of 15.5% just on refrigerators, you also need some service, especially with a whole package of other kitchen appliances. You won't notice the other part of what we consider as reliable. Bosch and GE are better at turning around parts and service than the others. In addition to researching prices and features, you should know your service agent before any purchase. Click the link to download our free counter-in-depth refrigerator buying guide with comparisons of the most popular brands, answers to frequently asked questions, and buying strategies to save you money. Almost 1 million people have found answers in the Yale guide. Thanks for watching.